So this is second part of digestive system. We are going to talk about briefly digestive system in invertebrates and invertebrates. Um, if we'll take two examples from invertebrates, like a simple digestive system. Here you can see a planarian. Its digestive system is shown. You can see its various parts like pharynx for food collection. Then you can see a tube which is having many branches and going towards various parts of the body. Here it is the tube. You can follow my cursor. So digestive tube for planaria is simple and with no mouth. Planaria have no mouth. To eat, what happens that it takes out its pharynx. So when food comes close to it, it takes out its pharynx or evert its pharynx and take the food in. Then that food moves into the intestine, is digested and absorbed. Then alimentary canal of a cockroach or a digestive canal of a cockroach, which is comparatively complicated, see having more parts. So from mouth, food enters into the pharynx, a small esophagus, and then there is a thick structure called crop, which could be called a stomach. And then the second part of the stomach called gizzard. So we can say that they are having a stomach which is having a crop for precisely storage and gizzard for basically grinding the food. So crop is softer part, gizzard is more hard part, which grind the food to some extent. Then you can see if you go down that there is intestine, which is sometimes also called mesenteron, is a small intestine which is going down, down, down. Ultimately, there is a small colon or a large intestine, we can say. The small intestine is this one which is going down is called sometimes called ileum, or we can simply call it small intestine. At the end, there is a rectum in which food is the food which has to be excreted. I mean, undigested one has to be stored temporarily, and anus from which it is released out. Here you can see some extended tubes called blind tubes called hepatic cecae. They actually perform excretory function. What happened that because we know that cockroaches are insects and insects has an open circulatory system. That's why inside their body cavity, um, the excretory materials are there and those have to be collected. These blind tubes collect those excretory materials and release those into the digestive tract. So they, with the food, with the undigested food, they are also excreted out. So this is a great help in their excretion. So it's quite a complete canal. It consists of esophagus, a crop for food storage, a small gizzard for grinding the food. Intestine is not very long and coiled, but there is an intestine which is one part is called ileum or small intestine, the other is called colon or the large intestine. So this is about cockroach and invertebrate digestion. Next, we'll talk about vertebrates.